Hey y'all, my name is Katie and I'm a Texas local, and my colleague Melanie is not from Texas. So we're gonna play a fun game called Talk Like a Local and see how many Texas words and phrases she can guess correctly. So if you're ready, Melanie, we'll hop right in. The first word is Buc-ee's.
Okay, so Buc-ee's is easy only because I had an employee that she was from like Austin, Texas, and she was obsessed with Buc-ee's. I don't know why Buc-ee's is such a big deal in Texas, but it's huge apparently. And she ended up bringing me back some snacks. So I've had stuff from Buc-ee's before. It's like an amusement park gas station that has like everything. I don't know. Do they sell clothes or?
They sell everything. I recently was on a trip and I stopped at Buc-ee's, and since it's the holiday season now, they have Buc-ee's Christmas pajamas and Christmas shirts and slippers and everything you could imagine.
That is too funny. So it's a gas station and like a convenience store and like a Walmart type situation.
Pretty much. It's like a travel center basically. They have everything. They have homemade fudge, beef jerky,
Ooh.
all sorts of stuff. And their whole
The snacks were pretty.
They are good, and their whole thing is they have supposedly the cleanest restrooms in Texas. If as you're driving on the highway, you'll see all the billboards about the restrooms. They are clean, I will say that.
That's important though, because I've been in like some towns and I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
So that's important.
How about word number 2? Or phrase. I'm fixin' to.
Okay, so this is slang. It means I'm fixing to. I'm about to go do something, and it helps to be in the South because that's just like regular terms that you hear all the time. So I'm fixing to go to the store or something like that.
Right, yeah. That one is as simple as it sounds. All right, next one is kolache.
Ooh. I don't know what that is. Is that like a I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's like a food, but I have no idea what a kolache is.
Okay, well it is food, so you're right there. So like a lot of people think like if you go to a donut shop or something, like they have like a sausage filled kind of like breakfast sandwich type thing. That's what a lot of people think of when they think of the word kolache, but it's actually not accurate. In Texas, a kolache is a pastry, but it doesn't have sausage in it. It has like a fruit filling. It's like a circular little pastry with some kind of like jam fruit filling in the middle, and it's Czechoslovakian in origin. There are a lot of Czech settlements in Texas, and they came up with the kolache. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never had that. So sounds good though. Sounds delicious. I mean, it sounds like just like a Danish almost.
Yeah,
So
it's similar to, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Texas chili.
Oh, I know what regular chili is. Is Texas chili bigger? I mean, like, I don't know. Does it have more stuff in it? Maybe like it has brisket and barbecue? I have no idea. I'm throwing stuff out there, Katie. It's bigger.
It's Texas chili is about what it isn't more than what it is. So in most chili you have beans, but Texas chili is basically just meat. It's like slow cooked meat with all the seasonings and chili peppers or dried peppers, and but no tomatoes either. So no
So
tomato
there's no
sauce or
meat. I mean,
anything.
there's no vegetables in it. It's just like meat and like gravy.
I think sometimes people do like onions or something like that, but not the stuff you would find in traditional chili.
I've never heard of Texas chili. I'm not a meat eater either, so I probably would never have it, but it
Right.
sounds good. You have a bunch of meat together. I can't say you can go wrong with that at all.
Yeah, Texans are all about the meat. All right. Next up, we have Over Yonder.
It sounds pretty straightforward, like over there.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. You're
okay,
right.
yeah, that sounded pretty straightforward to me. I mean, it's just an older phrase, though, right? Like, do people really
Yeah, it's
still?
I personally don't really hear it in everyday conversation. I think it probably dates back to like cowboy days.
Hmm. That's what it's. I mean, I'm sure I've heard it in like an old Western movie or something for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just an old phrase over yonder.
Okay.
But I
So,
doubt anybody in our generation will be saying that.
yeah, I definitely have not heard it. Okay. So, well, this obviously will kind of give it away. The next one is pecan, but I know you know what a pecan is, but it's more about the pronunciation here, the way Texans say it versus maybe other regions of the country. People say it differently. So what do
How
you
do you
say?
guys say it?
We say pecan, but I know some
Okay.
people say pecan or pecan.
See, I've lived in so many different places that the word pecan, like it, I just said pecan because it came out naturally. But
Uh-huh.
I've heard myself say pecan before, pecan. Like I've said it a variety of ways. And funny enough, I just wrote something about pecans, so it's like that's even fresh in my head. But yeah, we I've said it many different ways. So it is based on what region you're in, though. But because I've lived up north in the middle of the country and then the south, I've said it, many different ways when, when I'm talking about it. But cool.
Yeah, that's interesting that even like your own dialect changes based on where you live.
Absolutely it does. And I'm like, wait a minute, why am I saying it like that? I can't go up north and talk like that. No, switch it up.
Yeah, it's funny.
But
I feel like I don't even have like a typical Texas accent, but I went to Washington D.C. once, and automatically everyone I talked to knew that I was from Texas.
really?
I don't know how, maybe just that I said y'all, but I feel like a lot of people say that nowadays that isn't very
Y'all?
specific.
Yeah, I used to live in Maryland and they say y'all. Like y'all is like a typical term for even in like the northern part of the country. Everybody says
Yeah,
y'all. So, or maybe you had like a little twang with it. I don't know.
maybe certain things I say, I don't know.
You don't sound like you're from Texas at all. Like there's no real like deep accent. So,
Yeah, I agree.
so you
All
can
right.
you can pass for something else.
Okay, moving right along to Panther City.
um, is that a town in Texas or like a football related thing? I know football is big, so I'm gonna say that it's related to football.
You were closer at first. It isn't an actual town, but it's an old nickname for the city of Fort Worth.
Oh, why is
There's
that?
a story because Fort Worth was big in like the cattle and ranching industries, so there's a story that back in the day the streets were like so empty and desolate, like you could see tumbleweeds going across the street, and they were so empty that a panther was found one day just taking a nap in the middle of the road.
So they called Panthers for one
Yeah.
panther.
I don't know if the story is true or not, but it's just one of those things that's gotten passed down over
That's
generations.
funny. I did not know that, so that's funny. Good to know.
Yeah, I
That's gonna
actually
help if
had
I ever have trivia.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that either, actually, and I've lived in Texas my whole life, so.
It's just certain things that are just like so old that they're just like outdated at this point.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have A&M.
Okay, I'm Texas A&M, right? Are you asking me what does A&M mean? Because I would have no idea. But I know that there's a Texas A&M, which is a school.
Yes,
Big
yeah,
football
that's right.
school.
I think this one is asking you what the letters stand for.
Oh.
Just throw something out there.
Oh. It doesn't make A&M. Texas A&M. No, it's not the city. And what would that mean? I have no idea, Katie.
I'll
Please
tell you if
help.
you really.
I
It's
have no idea. And I'm not a football person, so in my defense, I don't like football. I mean, it's okay, but
Same.
I'm not a football person.
It's agricultural and mechanical.
I should have known that.
Nowadays, it doesn't really stand for anything anymore, but when the school was first founded back in the 1800s, that's what it stood for.
And I should have known that because duh.
But
But
even today, people still study engineering and agriculture there. Those are big majors, but the letters don't really mean anything anymore, and they
it's
don't
not.
really have to because A&M is iconic enough without it meaning
It
anything
is. I
really.
mean, I know Texas A&M, and honestly, I didn't. I should have known that because then that makes sense. But I did not put that together at all. Like it would be agriculture, and I did not put that together. But that it does make sense. What's is that in Austin?
It's in College Station.
Okay, gotcha.
Not too far from Austin.
Got it.
Austin is UT, the Longhorns, the
That's
University
the
of
bowl
Texas.
thing. The bullhorn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the rival of A&M, half of Texas
Gotcha.
is
I'm not
gonna
into
be
football.
upset.
Are you into football? Because I'm not.
No.
Okay. I mean, I'll watch like the Super Bowl for like the halftime show or the
Right.
commercial,
Yeah.
or I'll go to a football game. I think going to a football game is more fun than watching it on TV. So
Yeah, it can
I'm
be
open to
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Totally open to
Okay.
that.
So, next up we have Aggies.
Um, it's connected to something. Aggies.
I'll give you a hint if you're really stumped.
Oh yeah, I'm stumped.
Okay,
I didn't even try. I'm stumped.
it's related to what we just finished talking about.
Football. I thought it was. Okay.
Specifically A&M, it's related to that school.
Is that the mascot?
Yes, or it's like technically it's any student who goes there or former student or the sports teams, it's all the Aggies, but when most people say Aggies, they're talking about the football team.
I gotcha. That makes sense. I've been out of school for so long, but that makes a lot of sense. Aggies. Okay, got it.
All right, next up is pig stand.
A pig stand. Is it a barbecue? I know you guys love barbecue. I'm gonna say barbecue stand. Like that's the only thing that's coming up. Like there's somebody on the street barbecuing. It's a makeshift like store. I mean makeshift restaurant right there, and you can stop and buy some really good barbecue. That's the only thing I can think of. Pig stand.
Well, it is food related, so you got that part. It was an old-fashioned drive-in restaurant, one of the first ones in America, and it was headquartered in Texas. And there, up until recently, there was just one last one standing, but it closed down, I think, a few months or maybe a year or two ago. So now it
Have you been to
no
it?
longer exists. a long time ago. There was one in my hometown when I was a kid, and I went
Hmm.
occasionally. It was pretty cute with the classic like black and white checkered floors and the little
Hmm.
pastel retro colors everywhere.
So it was more
Pretty
like a
cute.
diner.
Yeah, like a diner, yeah.
Cool. So what, just typical diner food, or did they serve
Mhm.
just pig? I mean,
Yeah.
like.
No. I think the little mascot was like a pig, like on the sign it had a little pig, but it wasn't just like bacon or
Pork. I just imagine walking in and it's like, okay, bacon everywhere, and then it's just like pork. That's what I thought, like pig stand.
I mean, it's a fair guess.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Stock show is next.
What's that?
STOCK show. Stock show.
Hmm. Is it like a convention of some sort?
Sort of, I guess you could say.
I have
Stock
no idea.
stock is short for something.
Stockings?
All right, I'll just tell you. So
What is stock short for?
it's a shortened it's a shortened version of a word. It's a livestock show. So like at a county fair or a festival or something, they'll have livestock shows where people bring their pigs or cows or something to be like judged, and they get prizes, like a dog show kind of.
Cool. That actually sounds like fun. I've never heard of that, but it sounds like it could be something that could be.
It's a very, I guess not just Texas, but a very deep South kind of thing. I don't know, maybe
Yeah, we
they
do
have
a
them
lot of
other
stuff with like
places.
animals. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with like animals and stuff, like goat festivals and all kinds of like,
Aw, that sounds cute.
It is.
I love goats.
They are kind of adorable.
Okay, we got 2 more left. Next up is skunk eggs.
Oh no.
I was looking
Okay.
forward to this one.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm gonna say it does have something to do with eggs, but the skunk part is throwing me off because to me, skunks stink. They stink, right? So I'm like, is it a stinky egg, or is it a rotten egg, or is it like? That's the only thing I can think of that is like a rotten egg or a stinky egg or maybe something for Halloween. Uh, those are my guesses.
All good guesses. It's actually a food.
It's a what?
It's actually a food, but don't worry, it's not fried skunk or anything. it's
What
it's
is
like
it?
it's a fair food. It's a mixture of chicken, cheese, onions, jalapenos, and bacon, and it's deep fried. So it kind of looks
Oh
like
my!
an egg when you bite into it. I'm not sure why. I've heard them called armadillo eggs around here. I guess some people call them skunk eggs. I'm
That
not
sounds
sure.
delicious.
I'm not sure why, considering neither of those animals lay eggs, but you know.
Have you had it? Because that sounds delicious.
I think maybe when I was a kid and we would go to like the county fair or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that's a weird
apparently,
name for it because
yeah, I honestly can't tell you why it's called that. I really don't know.
I was thinking maybe just like an egg dish of some sort that's added, like there's some kind of element added to it to make it like a skunk. I don't know. So
Yeah,
I
that
was
would make
totally
sense
wrong with
too.
that.
All right, last one. We have Bluebell.
Woohoo, what is it?
Bluebell.
Oh, that's ice cream, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had it. Oh, trust me, I've had it.
Yeah, in Texas, it's like People don't even want to hear you mention another brand of ice cream. It's like
Really?
Bluebell or nothing.
So is Bluebell native to Texas? Like, is that where the
Yeah,
parent
yeah, it was
company is?
founded in this small town outside of Austin called Brenham in the early
Oh, cool.
1900s. And it wasn't
Oh, we
even
haven't. I mean,
available.
I've seen.
Yeah, yeah, I've been to Florida and I've seen it there. I've seen it in a lot of states, but
Yeah.
only like I think only in like the 1980s it was available outside of Texas. So
Oh,
for like
really?
almost 100 years, you could only find it here.
Oh, wow. Well, good job, Texas. I like Bluebell. Bluebell ice cream. Yay, thumbs up for me. And I'm willing to
Yay!
try the skunk eggs as well. Well, without the bacon, but whatever. We can work around that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be good without it. You can't go wrong with fried
It
cheese.
sounds amazing. I mean, cheese and chicken and veg. Oh, you can't. Oh, it sounds amazing. And fried? Come on.
Right, right. All right, so I think that's it. You ready to move to Texas now?
I've never been to Texas, but I'm willing to like visit. So I don't think I'm ready to move to Texas. I'll need to come there and see what it's like first, and then maybe decide. But you guys have great winters. It's very mild there, so that's a plus.
Well, now you would fit right in. You can talk like a Texan.
I'll go to an Aggies game, and what else did I learn
Yeah,
today?
and
The Panther City. I want to go to Panther City.
you can eat some skunk eggs while you're at the Aggies game, and then go to a stock
Yep.
show.
Yep, and then I'll have some Bluebell ice cream to finish off my evening. It sounds perfect.
Sounds like a solid Texas day. All right.
Alrighty.